Ladies and gentlemen, hello again. This is for August 24th. It's almost midnight here, and I work Sunday mornings, so I still want to get the video out. I just finished a 10-hour shift. I work 10-hour shifts, so it's not a big deal, but just finished a 10-hour shift, and now I want to get this out because I can't make a video in the morning. I work 11 hours on Sundays, so I work all day tomorrow. But um, get the ball rolling. We got Colorado at Pittsburgh still with Skeens pitching for the Pirates. Oh, also good news. I am getting a new microphone. I actually have it, but I'm not going to set it up at midnight and I got to play with it and stuff. But I got a new microphone. And maybe in the future I'll consider, well, I probably will get a webcam eventually. I just don't want to get it at the moment. But eventually I'll get one for you guys so you can see this beautiful mug. Anyway, so obviously we're not going to take any Rockies against Skeens unless you're looking for some like really good odds or something, I guess. But Goodman's the first at plus 600, so still good weather, but obviously it's going to be tough for them to hit. I mean, they're already having a tough time. The only one I trust right now really is Doyle, who hit today. And he's if he plays tomorrow, he's plus 1,000. Another side note for Sundays: be very careful before you start setting your parlays and singles. Sunday slates typically like players will get like everyday players will get a day off. Cattell Marte on the D-backs has often gotten Sundays off. So just as an example, I would really wait unless you're like an EV better and you're trying to take advantage of the odds right away before they go down. Then I completely understand why you might just take them right away. But and that's more if you're using FanDuel because it doesn't get voided if they're not starting. So if they pinch hit, I think Matt Shaw pinch hit today, and he probably screwed over a lot of people by not hitting a home run. So I apologize for that, but that's how the cookie crumbles sometimes. Um, I have no idea who McCade Brown is for the Rockies. I'm assuming this is his MLB debut. So honestly, I mean, this is just simply a game I would avoid just in case this guy's pitches a good game for whatever reason. If you really want someone, that's all up to you. But I would avoid this game. I don't. They do have Reynolds at 480 and Sawinski at 560, but I just don't feel like this is necessary. Pham at plus 800 is a little tempting. I'm not gonna lie. Triolo hit one today, but he's super duper random. He's like the most random guy ever. But yeah, I would just avoid this game. It doesn't feel worth it. St. Louis, Tampa, they had the day off today, which is kind of weird, and they're playing Sunday. But I guess it's kind of cool for them to have a Saturday off. I'm sure it's rare in baseball to get a Saturday off. So they're well rested, and there's a big chance of rain tomorrow. There's a 70% chance of rain. So keep an eye on that. The wind is always pretty much blowing out here. Since the game starts at noon Eastern, I mean, they have plenty of time to get the game in. I'm sure, unless it just downpours all day, they'll probably get the game in, I would assume. So it's Tampa generally, especially at the beginning of the year, was really bad against lefties. Just keep that in mind. Obviously, Camaro's fine. Brandon Lau can hit lefties. This is old. I am curious now, once again, to see. Let's see if he's ever faced this guy, first of all. He has not. So, only a few Tampa players have. Obviously, Morel, because he used to be in their same division. So, let's just, for funsies, do a little deep dive on Caminero. See how he hits off lefties. He has 10 home runs off lefties, and he's batting 237. He has 26 off righties. So obviously, well more than double his home runs are off righties than lefties. I still think he's a solid pick. I mean, he's hot right now. I mean, he's been great. So I wouldn't argue with you if you wanted to pick Caminero in this game. Another guy I would look out for is their Carson Williams, who made his debut the other day and he had a home run. I hear this guy has a lot of power. So I actually really like him tomorrow. Let's see what his odds are, just out of general curiosity. He's 680. I think that's worth a shot. I think it'd be fun to throw him in a single and then maybe even toss him in a parlay somewhere if you're feeling really good about him. But yeah, look out for Carson Williams and Cam. Oh, I looked up the wrong person. I meant to look up Brandon Lau's numbers. Um, my bad. Going crazy here. Here we go. So his numbers off lefties. I guess that was actually good to look at Caminero. Oh, he's only got 3 home runs, and he has 25 on the year. He's only batting 202 against lefties. So if you want him, take him. But obviously, it's not ideal with how bad his numbers are as off lefties. So I would tread lightly with Lau. His odds are 400, so that's okay. Other than that, like I said, I like Williams if he plays. Morel is good off lefties. I'm perfectly okay with Morel and Diaz. So really fire up any of their righties. I will say my top guy is between Cam and Williams tomorrow, and then I like Morel and Diaz. But I don't know. I feel like this kid's going to be really good. They do say he strikes out a lot, but he has a lot of power, so should be fun to see how his career ends up. And then Pepiot, is that how you say his name? He allows a lot of home runs. And a quick thing to look at, which I've never discussed, is not that. Where is it? It's not stats, is it? Game log? No, I thought it was here. Anyway, at home, he has allowed 17 home runs out of his 20 something, like 26 home runs or something. I didn't know he pitched. Oh, he did pitch for the Dodgers. He's allowed 26 on the year, so 17 at home is way more than he's allowed on the road. So I don't really like picking Cardinals that much, but I do think Burleson's fine. Contreras is the hottest Cardinal right now, so obviously he's good. And I usually like picking Gorman, but I've been terrible at picking him this year. So, but I do like him. So, and Newt Bar if he's leading off, which he should be against a righty. So take any of those Cardinals. I will prioritize Contreras because he's the hottest out of them, and then I would actually go Newt Bar. I'm gonna start prioritizing leadoff hitters. Leadoff hitters have been doing really well lately, and then Gorman, but I like those guys. And as always, Tampa's a great stadium for home runs. One of the best this year. Moving on, we got Houston and Baltimore. Not all the games are listed. Yeah, that game's not here, unfortunately, for the odds. But Spencer versus Trevor Rogers has been really, really, really good this year. So you could probably not take any Astros, although they have gotten hot. Once again, I liked Walker today, and he hit again. So he's going to be probably the only Astro I like tomorrow against Rogers. Rogers has been really, really good. Let's see what his stats look like. Why is it not? Oh, I'm clicking on the wrong thing. My bad. He's only allowed 2 home runs in 76 innings. That's actually insane. I didn't even realize that. Wow. Okay. Well, I would say don't pick any Houston players tomorrow, unless you could live bet some Houston players when they take Rogers out, unless he pitches a complete game and he's a hero. Let's see if anyone has good numbers off him. Walker actually has a home run off him, ironically. So, like I said, take Walker. um, I mean, just as hot as he is right now, I think he's fine. Stick with the hot bats, as I like to say. And then Spencer has had a rough year. He hasn't pitched a lot this year, but he's been pretty bad. But once again, I haven't been very good at picking Baltimore. Although I did say take Cowser today, and he did hit again. As once again, take the hot. Once they start heating up, you just keep taking them. Three in a row is a little harder. I'm not gonna lie, but I think he's a good pick. Once, as I've stated about Gunner, one thing about Gunner is he only has 15 home runs this year, and he's played a lot of games, 121 games. So that's just really bad. Last year at this time, he probably was in the 30s or somewhere around there. So he's probably double the home runs, and he just hasn't been very good. So I would just go Cowser, and if you like anybody, as always, take him. But just be careful with this one. What's the weather in that? Pretty good. Still wind still blowing out, so that's a good one still. The Phillies again against Washington. I know this is given kind of a disappointing show out by Schwarber and Harper. I did call out Sosa in my write out on Reddit, and he did hit, so that was kind of cool. But I mean, I still like Schwarber, obviously against Irvin. He actually has really bad numbers off Irvin, so for these odds, I wouldn't say you have to take him. It's pretty rough. Plus one, and they'll probably go down. The odds always end up going down. But just so you can see his numbers off Irvin, they're pretty bad. I looked earlier today. Yeah, he's batting a buck 67 with one home run, 3 for 16 or 18, sorry. So he's had a tough time against Irvin for whatever reason. Um, so with that said, probably go Harper or Turner again. Turner has really nice odds, so I like that. But obviously Schwarber is always on the table, but just keep in mind those numbers are just really bad. Um, Kepler's fine too. This should be a good game. What's the over under? 9.5. Philly's a huge favorite too, which doesn't really mean a lot, but they're saying that they're gonna kill him, which they probably should with Suarez on the mound. But so with that said, Suarez has only allowed 10 home runs this year. I'm pretty sure. Um, yeah. Well, Irvin has allowed 29, which is crazy. That's a lot. So obviously we like Phillies, but Suarez hasn't been allowing a lot of home runs. So I probably would just stay away from Nats. I'm not even gonna call any out. Next game is Casey in Detroit. Lugo versus Flaherty. Flaherty's been pretty bad this year. So maybe Vinny can start a new streak. Yay, maybe. Witt finally hit today. It's funny too because I said in my video yesterday I said I didn't really like Witt. I didn't really like who else. I don't know. I said like Torkelson. I said on the Tigers I didn't really like them much, and they all hit. So maybe a new strategy is the guys I say I'm not really liking much, just take them, parlay them, and win a bunch of money. I thought it was kind of funny, but this stuff's hard to do, so I try my best. Um, but with that said, let's see their numbers off Flaherty. Yeah, they haven't faced him much, but I do like them. See the weather, good weather for righties especially, but it's still fine for lefties. So we'd go with, I said don't pick this game. Where are they? There they are. Vinny. I think Yaz is fine. He should be leading off. Like I said, I really want to start prioritizing leadoff hitters. And what I want to do with that is, I think if you take two leadoff hitters, maybe three that you really really like, and if you only do parlays, if you don't do singles, I think that's a good way to build a parlay because they get the most at bats, and that gives you the best chance. If it comes back around a fifth time, they're going to get a fifth at bat, unless of course they get pinch hit for. But And another thing is lefties are by far the most common hitters to get pinch hit for. I believe Carpenter got pinch hit for today because I saw someone on Reddit mention that he was pissed that they took him out. But if a lefty pitcher's in and the lefty hitter's bad at hitting off lefties late in the game where it's like crunch time, the manager is going to take him out. That's just how I. A lot of my research is I'm thinking like the manager is. I want to think how he thinks. That's why when I see someone moved up in the lineup to the two hole or the leadoff spot, that's what makes me really like them. Sorry, there's a ambulance driving by. Um, but I that makes me really like them more if they're moved up in the lineup because the manager is probably looking at some sort of mathematical analytics and stuff saying, "Oh, well now this guy has a better chance of hitting something big. I'm gonna move him up in the order." So that's a lot of the way I think. I don't care about barrel rates, things like that. I think it's fine. Everyone has their different research methods, but I don't look. I've literally never once in my life looked at a barrel rate and said, "Oh, I'm picking him because he has 9 barrels in 2 games." Like I really don't care. But I do respect anyone else that has some sort of method that way. Enough of that rant. So once again, lead off. We'll go back to Vinny. Any of these other guys, if you like them, feel free. It's really hard to pick their long shots. Frazier is always tempting just because his odds are always freaking crazy juiced. Come on, Oreo. And moving on to Detroit, Lugo's pretty good, but he does give up some home runs. So obviously Green and Carpenter are fine. Since Torkelson hit today, of course I'm going to say take him the next day. You saw the other guys I explained that hit the next day, and then these other guys are fine. Let's see how their numbers are real quick, just so we. Baez has a home run, Dingler, Green. But okay, so Green's only hit off of Lugo as a home run, so it doesn't really make me like him. That's really bad, that average, 1 for 12. I mean, obviously you could take him, but that's pretty bad. That means Lugo has him solved. He probably has really nasty pitches that he has trouble hitting. Torkelson also has a home run off him with not that great of an average. But yeah, I mean, you can take any of these guys. That's fine. Even Colt Keith, their leadoff hitter. And like I keep saying, prioritize leadoff. So maybe for like a long shot, take Keith or McKinstry once again. But I like Vinny and Yaz the most here with Bobby. Any of these Tigers are fine too. Next game. Did I skip the Mets in Atlanta? I did. Why is it? Oh, it's out of order here. That's why. Is it? Oh, there it is. Yeah, I skipped it. My bad. All right, but going backwards to Mets in Atlanta. Obviously, I don't really like Atlanta that much. Peterson's been pretty good this year too. So Mets I like a lot. Elder hasn't been terrible lately, and he's kind of frustrating. Like he's either like really good or really bad. Lindor has absolutely destroyed him. So obviously we like that. Petey's got a home run off him. So the big boppers, literally Soto, Lindor, and Alonso, all have home runs off him. So obviously they're all fine. And then Vientos hit again today. McNeil hit 2 today, which actually, the funny thing is when someone hits 2, I actually like them less the next day. If they hit 1, then I like them more the next day. As weird as that sounds, but I mean with his odds at plus 750, he's still a good pick. And then Starling Marte has actually been pretty hot. So I thought about the Mets today, the 23rd, as a good stack, and I didn't do it. I actually didn't bet any singles on Saturday. I don't know. I had a good day on Friday, and I didn't want to give the money back, and I feel like it was a good decision. But I think the Mets, you could literally take 8 or 9 of them tomorrow, and I'd feel pretty good about it. Pill it. like 25 bucks each on them or something. I've actually done that before, where I've stacked an entire lineup. I did that with the Red Sox earlier this year, and it freaking killed it. It was actually pretty crazy. Um, but it's pretty rare to do that. It's not really the best strategy, but it is a strategy if you feel really good about a team. Same with Phillies. You could do that with the Phillies tomorrow, except Schwarber's odds just suck. So prioritize leadoff Lindor, Soto, Alonso, and then any of the other guys you like too. Not to like state the obvious, but it's pretty obvious tomorrow. Mets look really good. Let's see the weather real quick. Actually, let me close all these. Um, yeah, it's good. That wind means nothing. 3 miles per hour. Next game will be Toronto and Miami. I really don't really like this game. Um, Springer's fine. Lead off. Varsho's fine. And then I don't. Once again, crap. What did I just do? That's today. Once again, Vladdy didn't play. What is going on here? What's tomorrow? Yeah, it's the wrong day. Oh, because now I'm officially on the 24th, so it switched over. That's funny. Anyway, Springer, if Vladdy plays, he's fine. I don't know if he's gonna play. And then obviously you guys know I love Varsho. But other than that, I still wouldn't take any Marlins. They're just not good right now. They're falling off the face of the earth. Gossman is pretty good. Let's see their odds real quick. So Varsho's odds have dropped significantly in my opinion, and that means that's like a green flag for me. That means take them. I usually like them a lot when their odds drop a lot. Barger, Luke's. I mean, once again, if you want to try one of these long shot Marlins, that's fine, but probably wouldn't do it. Minnesota and the White Sox. Let's see if the wind's still crazy there. Yeah, 15 miles per hour out. Nice. So the wind is still nuts there. Wait, who's pitching? Bradley and Gomez. I don't know who this Gomez guy is. What is going? My cat is going crazy. Come on. So I know a lot of people are mad at Buxton again. I don't blame you if you don't want to take him, but it is a good play. I think Wallner hit today, so take him again. You don't have to take Larnack. The thing is, when someone on the road hits, that's like, for example, Walker has hit all the games in the series. Especially when someone hits in the first game of the series, I always like them in the next game, especially on the road. Because there's something called the batter's eye, and that's where they're looking at when they look out in the center field. And that means they're kind of used to it. That means they like it. Like Christian Walker destroys the Dodgers when he goes to LA because he obviously for whatever reason he's used to the batter's eye. His eyes adjust to it well, I guess. I don't know. It's like a weird thing that I think about in my head. Um, so once again, take Wallner, and then Clemens hit today too, so he's good. Um, but yeah, you don't. I won't be mad at you if you don't take Buxton. Just be prepared for him to hit when you don't. That's just how it works. Bradley has actually been pretty bad this year. I didn't even know Taj Bradley was on Minnesota. When did that happen? He used to be on Tampa. That's weird. Now I'm a little confused. All right. Anyway, Montgomery. Obviously, we're just gonna keep taking him till the wheels fall off. Robert hit again today, or yesterday technically, whatever you want to call it. But yeah, I'd probably just prioritize Montgomery. Um, Tachman and Benintendi, I'm off them for now. So maybe that means, since I said that, maybe that means take them tomorrow. I don't know. But they just haven't been very good lately. They haven't been hitting. But Montgomery has just been legendary. Sosa's okay too. Let's just see how FanDuel thinks of them real quick. I said Walner, right? Yeah. Montgomery's 450. It's still good odds. Like they give you good value. Lewis is hot too. I mean, Lewis. Someone asked on Reddit if they think they should take Lewis, and I think you should. I think that's a really good play, because last year and the year before, this guy was an absolute god. I mean, literally, you could take him every day, and you would almost be like, he's gonna hit a home run, and he would. Like I, if you didn't bet home runs last year, you missed out on so much. It's actually insane. And this year is a lot tougher, for sure. And I think a lot of it has to do with the pitch clock. Don't get me started on that. But the games do go faster. Moving on, so Montgomery. Moving on, Robbie Ray, who's had a pretty good year, and Woodruff, who's had a very good year as well. I didn't like this game yesterday, and I'm probably going to say it again. I don't really like it. Um, and a lot of people had Contreras today. I mean, I don't know. I was a little surprised because it was just like it was a tough game to pick from. I don't even remember. Oh yeah, the Giants had Casey Schmidt hit a home run. I don't remember if there are any others. But I mean, really, honestly, the only Giant player I'd consider as a dominant is just because he used to play here in Milwaukee. In the first game, he had 2 home runs. But I don't. Once again, there's just better games to pick from. I wouldn't pick from that game. They don't even have the odds up yet. Cleveland and the Rangers. Gavin Williams versus Kelly. This is a pretty solid pitching matchup too. Cleveland's been really bad in this series. Something's wrong with my headset. It keeps dying really fast. Sorry about that. Someone said Cleveland's been striking out a lot in the series, and Kelly's a good pitcher, so I once again just wouldn't pick from this game. Texas went off today. Who hit? Oh, I did say on my video yesterday I like it when a player comes back from injury, and I did call out Garcia, and he did hit. So maybe jot it down. If you see someone come back from injury, there was one the day before as well. Moreno came back from the D-backs from injury. He hit a home run. I didn't know. I didn't know he was coming back, so I wouldn't have been able to call that out. But it's hard to catch them all. What are you meowing at? So keep an eye on Garcia. Take him if you want. And once again, these games have been bad in Texas, so aside from today, I mean, or yesterday, there's a lot of home runs. But they're just tough to pick right now, so I'd probably just wouldn't pick from this game. Let's see if anyone has good numbers off Williams. Tellez has a home run off him. Why don't we just say Tellez? We'll run it back on Garcia, and Tellez did hit the other day, so he usually has pretty good odds too. And that's honestly that's all he knows how to do. He just knows how to hit home runs. But yeah, that's all I would do. Man, even Manzardo's odds are getting up there. Seager, once again, I just can't get. So, all right, and we got the Cubbies against the Angels against the former Cubby, Kyle Hendricks. Be kind of interesting to see how they do off him. I don't know if they probably haven't faced him much, no. Justin Turner has terrible numbers off him with 2 home runs. Other than that, no one has really faced him. So something I learned today also is Kyle Tucker, when he was on the Astros, destroyed the Angels. So that explains why he's been doing. He had 2 home runs on Saturday. He had one on Friday. So absolutely take him again. I mean, the only thing you can make an argument is if they stop pitching to him. Hendricks is a good pitcher. I mean, I know his numbers aren't that great, but he's a smart guy. That's why they call him the professor. So I he might not give him much to hit. Someone was talking about live betting walks. Maybe that's a great live candidate to live bet for walks. Um, Other than that, like I like Bush. I like Shaw as well. But right now, aside from Tucker, it's kind of hard to predict these guys. But I do like Shaw. I'm gonna leave the Cubs to you guys because I'm having a tough time picking them. I'm just trying to see their odds right now. Shaw's at 750. Nico's 1300. I do like Shaw though, and then obviously Tucker. So we'll prioritize Tucker for sure. As far as Angels, Adele hit today. He was their only run, and some people hit some parlays I saw with Adele. That was pretty sick. But yeah, let's see how their numbers are. Italian. Italian came back recently, but he pitched really well. Trout, yeah, those are bad numbers. Um, I think this game's just tough, honestly. I think Adele's fine. His odds are really low too, which is, but when he gets hot, he's a good option. And then other than that, once again, I'll leave it up to you guys if you want to pick any of these guys. Ward's cooling off a little bit, and Nito. But lead off. Like I said, maybe mix and match some leadoff hitters. I think that's a good way to build a parlay. Athletics and Mariners. Lopez, pretty good lefty. Gilbert has been good this year. Um, I've said it. I hate picking from the stadium. The game ended 2-1 on Saturday. Um, I used to bet correct score sometimes, and I would always do 1-0 in the stadium because how bad it is. Right now, it's probably not a good bet because of all the home run hitters on Seattle, but this stadium just sucks for home runs. I wouldn't pick from this game. And once again, the over under 7.5, which is pretty natural. Yeah, man. We got Dodgers and Padres. Pavetta versus Yamamoto. No, thank you. Um, yeah, I'm not picking from that game. Another shitty stadium. 7.5 over under. Singer versus Gallen. This game could be pretty good. Over under 9. Yesterday the D-backs played well. Perdomo hit. Um, Gurriel hit. Gurriel is my favorite Diamondback by far right now. He's been really good. Um, Other than that, Blaze hit too, but I you can pick him if you want. I don't know how to pick that guy. So let me see real quick. Yeah, I do like Carroll. I'm okay with that. Marte, I actually saw him at work today. Um, oh yeah, both Martes are in this game. Gurriel's fine. And then if you want a long shot lead off, you can take Perdomo. Moreno hit the other day too. Any of these long shots are fine if you want to put like 10, 20 bucks on them, $5, whatever your unit size is. And then Reds. Reds are okay. Um, these guys are up to you. Ellie is. I don't even know the last time you hit a home run. Yeah, I don't really like Reds that much. Gallen's better at home too, but he has had a rough year. And then the Sunday night game is the Red Sox and Yankees. The Yankees should avoid the sweep. They should have a good game here. One thing If you ever bet money lines, and I'm sure some people know this, but it's extremely hard to sweep a team. No matter how good or bad, let's say a team's up 2-0, and let's say the the Red Sox have their best pitcher going, and the Yankees have their worst pitcher going. It doesn't matter. It's the Yankees will still somehow pull it out and avoid the sweep. That's generally how it works. So May is already bad enough, and the Rodon's pretty good. So they should win this game by default, is what I'm saying. I mean, that'd be crazy if they got swept in a four-game series against Boston. But all I'm saying is, even though the Sunday night games have been terrible this year, but I think this game will be good for the Yankees. I think they'll wake up. So take any of the lefties you like. And then my top Yankee is Stanton. I saw a lot of parlays busted because of Judge today. Please, please take Stanton over Judge. I still think Judge has an elbow issue right now. I'm okay with taking Judge, but I think Stanton is a better play. So please take Stanton over Judge. And plus his odds are going to be better. 350. Again, that's what he was yesterday. And Judge was plus 180 yesterday. And Stanton hit and Judge didn't. Shocker. I'm surprised Jazz is so low. Well, they really think he's gonna hit. But like I said, take any of the lefties you like. When the lineups come out tomorrow, I can tell you who my favorite is. Maybe McMahon might hit one tomorrow. But for now, focus Stanton and then pick any of your favorites from there. I would probably say Rice, Grisham especially if Grisham leads off. I like them. Bellinger I usually prioritize, but he's cooled off a little bit. So I think that's it. I probably made this longer than I should have, and it's late. It's almost 12:30 in the morning, and I gotta be up in like 5 hours, 6 hours. Um, Here's a batter versus pitcher for today. I was gonna show yesterday's because I think it's kind of funny. Um, 24th. This is yesterday's or Saturday's. Bell didn't hit, Baum didn't hit, Rodriguez didn't hit, Yaz didn't. Like none of the. There is somebody hit on here. Marte hit and Lewis, but he had one. So it's like, but that's interesting because they say Lewis has really good numbers off Martin, and then Pete hit. But I'm gonna keep saying don't base your research off this. This is just such a lazy way to research. And even like Matt Olson has 4 home runs off Peterson, but he has 5 hits out of 25 plate appearances. So that's just like not good. 9 strikeouts, 4 walks. Like and also Olson's just bad this year, so I wouldn't take him. And then Shea, his only 2 hits off of Gilbert are home runs, literally, out of 17 plate appearances. So he's batting a buck 18. So all I'm saying is don't do your research. Don't just solely pick off of this. The only way I would pick off of this is cue it by average and then see who has really high average off the pitcher. Jordan Beck is 2 for 2 off Skeens with a home run. That's pretty crazy. Maybe that's a good um, long shot for tomorrow. You know, Colson Montgomery has one off Bradley. His only hit off Bradley is a home run, but we already know he's a god, so we're gonna take him anyway. Um, who else? Carlos Navarez, the catcher on the Red Sox, has one off of Rodon, and he has good odds always too. So I think those are fine, especially because given the odds, you're looking pretty good. And then Bogarts. So yeah, I think that's about it. Comment your favorite person, like the video. Please subscribe. I'm trying to get. I'm already over 300 subs, which is absolutely insane, and I thank everyone. And I've gotten a lot of really kind words about just what I'm doing. The last thing I'll say is, please don't ever pay for picks. don't ever. You're already like in a, for the most part, a losing situation when you're sports gambling in general. And I'll be completely honest about sports gambling. Like for the most part, it's stupid, but it's fun. And if you're paying someone for your picks, you're putting yourself in a worse position than you were already in. I'm not saying like don't support someone that you like and you enjoy whatever they have to say. Like if there's a $5 subscription service, then go for it. But if they're charging you like $50 a week or something for, you know, my tier one sports picks, don't, please, for God's sakes, don't do it. And they can rig it in a way to make it look like they're like some people are winning while others are losing, which I can explain in another video. But I'll just put it at that. And yeah. So let me know if you guys have any questions in the comments. I try to answer everyone as much as I can. All right, have a good day. Win some money.